This one's called the Minnowette. Yeah, I know, there's something funny about that, but I just can't quite. Anyway, I'll just tell you a little bit about how it started. I got a call from the guy who was putting the show together, Warren Nelson, and he said, Ed, I want you to write a solo cello piece for the fishing show. And I already got most of it done. I got the name, Minnowette. That's how it worked with Warren. Most of it done, I got the name. So I said, okay, Warren, I will do this for you, absolutely, and for me, but I don't want this to be like every other unaccompanied cello piece in a fishing show. You know, I think everybody's heard quite enough of that. You know, there's MTV, VH1, you're constantly. So I, you know, as being a conscientious composer, I thought, I need some inspiration. I got to get inside the psyche of a minnow. I want to know what they're thinking about. And so I went to a friend of mine's house who had a tank of minnows, which he had instead of a TV, and he had a couch right in front of the tank of minnows. And I said, hey man, called him up, hey, can I come over and watch the minnows? And he goes, yeah man, come on over. Funny voice, and I'm not sure why, but anyway, so I went over there, and we sat there, and we watched the minnows, and I looked into their eyes, and I looked at them, and they looked at me, and then I looked at them back, and they looked at me back, and then after 1 or 2 weeks, I decided there wasn't a whole lot going on in the minnow life. It was kind of boring. I said, oh my God, this is really awful. I don't know how am I going to write this piece? And then, I remembered. A very good friend of mine was a small bait psychologist. I know what you're thinking. Yeah, another small bait. This one was for real, man. I know. And she explained to me that there are you know, like, you've heard this, you are what you eat. And so, if you want to catch really well-adjusted fish, you need well-adjusted bait. I mean, it makes sense when you think about it. It's one of those things, unless you think about it, it's like, why? So, you know, I thought, what kind of problems do bait have? And then she told me about them. And she told me about, well, there's the edible Rex syndrome. You know, fear of being eaten by your mother. That'll mess you up. It's not funny. You know, and then menopause. Sure, you're popular in the winter, you know, but that's not that much of a consolation. And then, you know, there's the middle child, the whole middle, oh, I'm a middle child, I don't know which way to go, who should I listen to, you know. And that's, if there are 4 kids, that's one thing, but if there are 300 eggs, right, it's a totally different thing. But then it got clear because she said, no, don't worry about all that, because there's 3 basic personality archetypes in all minnows. And so, since you were not there to study the minnow and see these, I'm going to do a little recreation for you. The first archetype was the empathic minnow, the minnow that would always be there for you as a friend. You know, the minnow that if minnows had shoulders, you could cry at them all day long, that kind of thing. And since you weren't there, I'm going to show you what this looked like. So, empathic minnow. Let's see if I can get into character here. Okay. I look like this. Some of you have seen that, right? Starting there. Isn't that weird? You know, you go around and okay. And then the second type of personality archetype was the angry young minnow. And, you know, angry young minnow. Oh, the world is being mean to me. Yeah, being bait is a dead-end job. I admit that. You know, but you don't blame all your troubles on the rest of the world, right? But check this out. Angry young minnow look completely different, and I know you're going to recognize this. Because angry young minnow look like this. Completely different, right? It's so weird. Okay. And then they have their problems too, and there's also one last archetype, and that's evil minnow. And evil minnow, again, looks completely different. Evil minnow looks like this. So, Anyway, I hope you feel like this educational part of the show has been worth it. I'm going to play a little piece that takes in all of that, those archetypes, and then the minnow's innate ability to just chuck it all and party. And so that's what I put into this Minnowette. I hope you like it.